All right.
Okay. I know.
Hello and welcome back to the CineManiacs tonight. Welcome to the second half of our show. So to finish up, we're going to just review the above-the-line categories from the Oscars this past Sunday, and then review Red Sparrow, which came out this past weekend as well.
Yeah.
So without further ado, I did the foreign language last time.
So it is
your
my turn.
Yep.
The next category is Best Adapted Screenplay, and the nominees were Call Me By Your Name, The Disaster Artist, Logan, Molly's Game, and Mudbound, and the winner was Call Me By Your Name.
Yeah.
I feel like this was the clear winner.
Yeah. This was the clear winner. Of all the other ones, like, it's the only one that's a Best Picture nominee.
Yeah.
Too.
Isn't this the only thing that Call Me By Your Name won also?
Yeah.
Yep.
It had 4 nominations. This was the only thing it won. But James Ivory, who is 89 years old, is now the oldest winner ever of an Oscar.
Man.
Won at 89. He was a Hollywood legend too. A film legend. He had been nominated several times for Best Director for movies he had directed and wrote. But so yeah, the fact that he won this, like, it pays homage to him that he finally won his Oscar too, and became the oldest winner ever. So I haven't seen Call Me By Your Name. I've seen all the other nominees for Best Picture, but heard nothing but good things.
Surprisingly, I've seen 2 of these movies up for Best Adapted Screenplay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Disaster Artist and Logan.
Yeah. Logan was monumental for them, being the first superhero film ever to be nominated for screenplay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because it didn't really feel like a superhero movie, that's why.
Yeah.
It felt like a very, like, dramatic western.
Yeah, usually superhero movies are only really nominated for visual effects, except for, like, Heath Ledger's Joker was nominated for supporting actor, and like there's some standouts, but
Yeah.
for adapted screenplay, that's
pretty
big for a superhero movie.
Yeah.
So.
Well, all right then. So we're good with Call Me By Your Name.
Yep.
Awesome.
Alright.
Yeah.
And we go on to Best Original Screenplay. Nominees were The Big Sick, Get Out, Lady Bird, Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards Outside of Missouri. And the winner was Get Out, which is what I wanted to win. What won?
I was surprised.
The only thing it won, and the only thing I'm happy it won that, because it definitely, like, it's what it deserves to win.
I was, like, of all the nominees, like, the 2 categories that surprised me the most were visual effects, that Blade Runner 2049 won over War for the Planet of the Apes, and then this category, because I thought 3 Billboards
Told you last week it was going to happen.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did. You were right.
Me and Levi were expecting 3 Billboards.
Yeah, I thought, like, both Get Out and 3 Billboards, they were smart. They were very smart. But 3 Billboards, I thought, had an edge. I guess when you look at it, though, 3 Billboards, it was a performance-driven film.
Yeah.
Is what it was. Whereas Get Out, it was the screenplay.
Yeah.
It actually was the screenplay. So that was the biggest thing. Like, that's what made Get Out was the script that Jordan Peele had.
I'm pretty sure Jordan Peele was the first African American to win this award.
To win original screenplay.
Original screenplay. So
he's the first, African American.
And also, like,
original.
of course, this is his first Oscar as well.
Yeah.
So
his debut film, and he's nominated. He was nominated for 3 Oscars for his debut film.
Yeah.
So
it's really good.
It is like that. That shows.
That was, like, the biggest thing I was, like, shooting for to win an award. So
was original screen, and it did.
Original screenplay. Like we talked about, I knew it was not gonna win best actor.
Yeah.
And best picture. I was hoping it won best director, but I knew it wasn't going to.
Yeah.
But I got one of the things I knew I wanted to win.
Yeah.
So
For sure. Well, I hope you're happy,
yes.
Steve. I know, like, each of us seem like we're all happy.
Yeah, we all got to be happy.
Each of our films.
I'm like, no one was really upset about the outcome except, the people that really wanted Lady Bird to win something, but it went home with nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Yeah, so that was original screenplay then. So then moving on to supporting actor.
Yep.
The nominees for Best Supporting Actor were Willem Dafoe for The Florida Project, Woody Harrelson for Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Richard Jenkins for The Shape of Water, Christopher Plummer for All the Money in the World, and Sam Rockwell for Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. And Sam Rockwell was the winner.
Right.
Yep.
And yeah, he did a good job. I was either going to be happy with either him or Willem, because Willem had a very, very heartwarming performance. It was a very touching performance. Richard Jenkins, I didn't think there was anything
special about his performance either.
Woody Harrelson, I didn't think there was anything special about his performance.
It was just Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson and Richard Jenkins, there was nothing.
I love Woody
special.
Harrelson, but I mean, he was just
it's the same.
Just Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, we've seen this same thing. And then Christopher Plummer, though, gotta give props to him.
Yeah.
He had to learn a part in 9 days to play this part in 9 days.
Yeah.
So he had I think it was less than a week. He had to learn the part to play J. Paul Getty in 9 days. To replacing Kevin Spacey because this movie was going to come out at the same time his accusations came out, and because of that, it pushed the film to release date of Christmas Day, and they filmed Christopher Plummer scenes over Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So you got to give props to, and Christopher Plummer is now the oldest actor to be nominated in any of the acting categories at the age of 88. Because originally it was Gloria Stewart when she was nominated Best Supporting Actress for Titanic. She was the oldest at the age of 87, and he surpassed her by 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Sam Rockwell definitely, for playing a racist cop, he definitely deserved it. He did a good job showing that he's not just that guy anymore.
Yeah, he's not just
that
guy from whatever movie that I can't remember.
That other guy.
Now he's that guy from Three Billboards.
Yeah. But yeah, so Sam Rockwell definitely deserved it.
Yep, I'm happy.
Mm-hmm. So.
The next category is Best Supporting Actress. The nominees were Mary J. Blige from Mudbound, Allison Janney from I, Tonya, Leslie Manville from Phantom Thread, Laurie Metcalf from Lady Bird, and Octavia Spencer from The Shape of Water. And the winner was Allison Janney from I, Tonya.
Yeah.
She deserved it.
Yes, she did.
It was either going to be her or Laurie Metcalf. It was a battle between the mothers. And
Battle of the Minds.
Allison Janney, like we discussed last week, she deserved it. They both played.
She could have very. They both played moms, but she played the better mom in this one.
She did. They both played good moms. One was heartwarming, very touching. The other
was very cold.
Very cold. It was the same thing, like I said, of J.K. Simmons from Whiplash. It was the same thing, showing potential in her daughter. Mm-hmm. And she pulled it off. Even though she pushed her daughter to the limits to show her potential, you could still see that she cared.
Yeah. She
did care for her. Of all the hatred things she did towards her, deep down underneath, you can see that she cared. Mm-hmm. So, Allison Janney, all right. Everybody else, haven't seen Mary J. Blige's performance, but
me neither.
Yeah, Octavia, nothing special. Leslie Manville, props to her for being the only woman who could go up against Daniel Day-Lewis and show that she's more terrifying than he is.
Everyone was laughing at the clip that they showed.
Yeah, I mean it's true. Like of all the women, like she went against him. So, yeah, then moving on to Best Actress.
Yep, and Best Actress, the nominees were Sally Hawkins for The Shape of Water, Frances McDormand for Three Billboards, Margot Robbie for I, Tonya, Saoirse Ronan for Lady Bird, and Meryl Streep for The Post. And the winner was Frances McDormand for Three Billboards.
Yeah, and she deserved it over the others. I'd say second place, Saoirse.
Yeah.
She had a really good performance. I liked this one more than her performance in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Same.
So
I still haven't seen Lady Bird myself, so
I haven't. We can watch it sometime.
So it'll probably have to be after break.
Yeah. Wait, You're staying here, right?
I'm here all break.
Hey, I'll be here tomorrow when everybody else is gone.
I'm not gonna be here.
I have to I might come over unless like.
I know I got some work I need to do. Like I have to pack and I have to write a 2-page paper.
Yeah, I might have to.
So.
I think tonight and I'm gonna be getting like so much stuff done and then probably getting up early to get work done.
Yeah.
So.
Fair. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
So.
Also depends on I might not be on campus.
Oh.
Tomorrow night.
Oh well.
Depending on plans and how they go.
Gotcha. But yeah, Frances, she deserved it. So. All right.
Yeah. Also, like, just one other thing, like,
yeah,
everyone's speeches kept really short this year.
Because they wanted that jet ski.
Yeah, that jet ski.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
Like, this was like the year, like, no, they literally didn't. They did not play anyone out this year.
I thought they did like
they did
one
a couple
person.
Time,
yeah, like one person they did, but that was it.
Because I was like, oh come on, really?
I don't remember who they did play off.
I can't remember either, but
it wasn't like a big person.
It was just.
I know they didn't play off Francis.
It was like
it was one of the below the lines.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But so
I think
yeah.
I think it was Coco. They started playing them off.
So yeah, do we got anything else?
No.
All right. Best Actor. The nominees were Timothy Chalamet for Call Me by Your Name, Daniel Day-Lewis for Phantom Thread, Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out, Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour, and Denzel Washington for Roman J. Israel Esquire. And the winner was Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour.
Yep, I'm happy with it.
Of all four men, Gary went above and
five.
beyond. Of the other, I guess, 5 men. Of the other,
Oh yeah.
against the other 4 men, like Gary Oldman went above and beyond.
Yeah.
What they did. So the one I don't understand is Daniel Kaluuya.
I'm like, I wanted that one to win, but I knew
There was nothing special about his performance.
Yeah.
I'm like, I knew it wasn't gonna happen, but I'm just like,
I didn't understand. Like, there was absolutely nothing special about his performance, I didn't think. So the only thing would probably be the sunken place when he sits there in the chair to keep his eyes open and that facial. Like, that was probably.
Yeah, that was really.
In the
That's the part they showed.
Yeah, and for him to like keep his eyes open that long with that facial expression and cry, like that was
And like, well, you know why Denzel was on this list?
Because Franco. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But
Gary Oldman.
Yeah, Gary Oldman.
Yeah, but Gary Oldman.
Like he very much deserved that award. And no one was surprised when he won it either.
No. And then the guy who came closest next would be Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it was a good final send off to Mr. Sir Daniel Day-Lewis for his final performance, Phantom Thread. Yep. And this is the first year that all of the acting nominees, all the acting winners of the 4 categories, won at every single award show. This is the first time this has ever happened, where all 4 of the same winners won everywhere else. Yeah. That never happens. This is the first time ever. They won the BAFTA, the Golden Globe, the Critics' Choice, and the SAG.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it was written. It was destined. They were gonna win the Oscars.
Yep. All right. The next category, Best Director. The nominees were Paul Thomas Anderson for Phantom Thread, Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water, Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird, Christopher Nolan for Dunkirk, and Jordan Peele for Get Out. And the winner was Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water.
I was happy this one won. Once again, I wanted Jordan Peele to win the director for this one.
Yeah, I wanted Christopher Nolan to win.
I feel like if it wasn't Guillermo, I feel like it might have been Peele.
I was happy.
Yeah. Because who you wanted?
You wanted this
to
win.
Fun fact, on Twitter, online, a lot of people aren't happy with Emma Stone and how she presented this.
Oh, because of her call out?
Yeah.
Wait,
because she said whenever she presented it, she said, "These 4 men and Greta Gerwig. People aren't happy because 2 of the men are minorities. Jordan Peele's an African American and Guillermo del Toro is an immigrant from Mexico.
And then the other 2 are British.
Yeah. And so people are like, we get that you're trying to be like, you're trying to bring focus that there's a woman nominated, but people are upset that she's kind of brushing over minorities.
I mean, how many times... How many times have we seen an African American man nominated Best Director? Yeah. The last time the only time I can ever remember, as of right now, the only time I can ever remember a black man being nominated Best Director was 12 Years a Slave. Steve McQueen was nominated. That's the only other time I can think of where an African American was nominated.
And people aren't very happy about that call out that she had.
Yeah. But at the same time, Guillermo del Toro won this award.
Yeah.
Within the past 5 years now, 4 of those years, a director of Mexican descent has won.
That's true.
Alfonso Cuarón won for Gravity the following year. Alejandro González Iñárritu won for Birdman the following year. Alejandro won again for The Revenant the following year. Damien Chazelle won for La La Land. This year, Del Toro won.
Yeah.
So within the past 5 years, 4 of those years, a director of Mexican descent has won. So I can understand on like Jordan Peele's side, but at the same time, with Del Toro's side, he's the fourth Mexican, so he's the 3rd Mexican to win Best Director, but the 4th time a Mexican has won Best Director.
Yeah.
So it's like, whereas a black man has never won Best Director. So I can understand Jordan Peele's side, but Del Toro's side,
that's not them specifically saying the problem with it.
I know.
The internet's not very
I'm just saying, I'm gonna defend.
The internet ever happy, honestly.
That's true.
I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna defend Del Toro's side.
I
Like,
mean Peele's side. You're gonna defend Peele's side, and kind of.
like, oh yeah, because I mean, we've shown with we've had 4 times a Mexican director has won.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
whereas Jordan Peele, like, I don't know if he's the 2nd African American to be nominated Best Director, but I know, like, an African American director has never won.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I can understand the internet on that part, but on Del Toro's part, I wouldn't be getting too upset, honestly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
So, but
I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Because
I didn't know that, yeah.
Yeah, like, I like to bring up the social media aspects when it comes to the show.
Yeah. But, you're happy that
I'm
you won.
happy that Del Toro won.
You wanted...
He was so happy.
Probably would have been the second choice if Guillermo won.
That's fair. I wasn't surprised Del Toro won.
I'm not surprised either.
Yeah, I wanted Nolan, but I'm not surprised Del Toro won.
Yeah.
So
all right, Steven.
I'm gonna get to the
Last
biggest
category.
one.
Yeah.
So, Best Motion Picture. The nominees were Call Me By Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, The Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and the winner was Shape of Water.
Yep.
Which was
no
one was surprised.
Yeah.
No one
not
surprised
a
at all.
surprise.
Which is really interesting because sci-fi and fantasy films don't
Barely
usually
win Best Picture.
don't usually win Best Picture.
The last fantasy film to win was Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Yeah.
And that was in 2013, so that was
2013.
Oh, sorry, 2003.
I'm like, whoa.
Sorry.
I know. I was taken aback by that, but 15 years ago.
Yeah, 14 years ago.
14.
Yeah, 14 years ago.
That's right, because they were in the 2014
Yeah.
Oscars.
2004.
2004 Oscars.
We both did it. But yeah, because the sci-fi films never won Best Picture to this day, and the last fantasy film to win the only fantasy film to win before Shape of Water was Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Man.
So yeah, only 2 fantasy films now have won, and still no sci-fi film. You okay?
I felt like someone was crawling on me.
Okay.
Like if the closest thing would have got the closest thing you have like to horror being up for like an Oscar is Get Out.
Yeah.
The closest thing probably ever get to horror.
Oh no, the Silence of the Lambs. It's
Yeah.
the
I
only
view that
horror
as more.
film ever.
That's more. To me, that's more of a thriller than anything.
I can see.
I view it as a lot
Yeah.
more of a thriller.
I can see that. Yeah.
Like it has like a few horror aspects.
We talked about that
Yeah, we
because I was
did.
like, I don't really count Silence of the
No,
Lambs
it's
as a
not
horror
horror. Yeah.
film.
It's much more thriller. Where like
I
Get
agree.
Out has a lot more horror elements, but it's like Get Out's also to me more of a thriller, but it has a bunch of horror elements.
But at
Horror elements.
the other awards, it was listed under comedy/musical.
Only Golden Globes, and that's
The Globes are a joke. they are. The
I mean, I
Globes
don't think
are-
I don't think most people care about the Golden Globes.
They no, because they're trying to change it.
I'm not
but-
gonna say anything in case I get nominated for one sometime in my life.
It
Because
just
if I win a Golden Globe, you can bet that I'm gonna be happy about that.
Oh no, you
Because
should
it's
be
something.
happy. You should be happy if you. Because it's the Hollywood Foreign Press.
Yeah.
You should
See,
be happy
you
if you win a
you
Golden
can
Globe.
say it's a joke once you get your award, and then
This is a joke.
you're nominated again, but you'll have at
This is
least
a
one
joke.
Golden
I'm
Globe.
out. See ya.
But yeah, I'm not surprised, and I'm pretty happy that Shape of Water won
Yeah.
won its award that night. So
It's it's the first film in 3 years now to have the most Oscar nominations and win Best Picture.
and also usually if the award if it wins Best Director, it usually has a big chance of winning Best
Yeah.
Motion Picture.
Yeah.
Except
Not
last
Argo.
year.
Not Argo.
Yeah, ever since they moved to the preferential ballot for Best Picture and opened it up to 10 nominees for Best Picture instead of 5, director and motion picture haven't been aligning a lot.
Yeah.
It's only happened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's only happened 5 times now within the past 8 years that they've been doing it. It's happened 5
That's
times.
a majority.
It is a majority. I'm sorry. I was thinking I don't
It's
know.
only happened 5 out of 8 times.
I'm sorry. The other 4. Wait.
The other
3
3.
times. My math. Yeah. No.
8, 5 out of 5, then it's 3. It's 3 other times, Levi.
Wait a sec. No.
Was it actually
it's
9?
It is 9.
Okay, there we go.
I'm lying.
But still
It's
majority.
Still a
happened,
majority.
it's happened 4 times now. Yeah. Where the
Okay.
director and the best picture didn't align.
Like last year.
Yeah. And the year before. Yeah.
What?
And then, because Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu won for Revenant on
yeah.
Spotlight won.
Mhm.
Best Picture. And then it happened again when Alfonso Cuarón won for Gravity, and 12 Years a Slave won, and then Ang Lee won Life of Pi, and Argo won.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, and then it's now Shape of Water is now the 10th film, I believe, to win Best Picture, where it had 3 or more acting nominees, and none of them won.
Yeah.
This is because there were before this there were 9 other films that had 3 or more acting nominees, and none of them won, and it still won Best Picture. And the last film to do that was Birdman. So yeah, Shape of Water. It wasn't surprised.
Nope.
It won Best Picture.
I was very content with Shape of Water winning that night. So.
I was happy.
Yeah.
I either wanted Shape of Water or 3 Billboards to win.
Mhm.
I was banking on 3 Billboards, but I wasn't surprised. Wanted Dunker, and I stuck to it all the way. But
Now
that's all right.
next Tuesday, when Shape of Water comes out, I can buy it with a case that says
Academy
Academy
Award
Award winner for Best Motion Picture.
Yep.
Sucks. Well, of course, Get Out won't be Academy Award winning. Like it probably won't be on any cases.
No, it'll probably say winner of Best Original Screenplay.
But I don't.
Because my copy of 3 Billboards says 7 nominations for.
Oh no,
7
that's a
Oscar
sticker.
nominations. Yeah, I know, but it's still something. It's still acknowledged.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll do, because Get Out's been out
Yeah.
since July. It's been out for a long time.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah,
Yeah, they're not gonna do that.
yeah,
yeah.
they're not gonna redistribute it.
Yeah,
just for that.
no.
Sorry,
So,
Steven.
it's okay.
It's fine.
They're not going to redistribute Dunkirk, the A3 Academy Awards now.
Yeah, you're right.
So, it's been out for 2 months, 3 months now. So,
Yeah.
but, yeah, Shape of Water was the big winner.
Mm-hmm.
And that was how the 90th Academy Awards went down. Nothing real big, shocking, or surprising like last year, half of last year.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
literally, like,
Yeah.
this
Last
is the
year was
year.
a mess.
This is like the year that, like we said, everyone is content. No one is upset that that's like stuff won.
Yeah.
Everyone got what they wanted this year.
Because the ones that like were surprised, like visual effects and original screenplay,
People still wanted those to win.
yeah, people still wanted them to win, and they were like second place
Mhm.
Yeah,
to win
it
in
was
the
fun.
category. Yeah, it wasn't like fourth or last place, and
It wasn't like, Boss Baby won Best Animated Feature.
or like Suicide Squad won best makeup and hairstyle.
Yeah.
Last year was a mess.
Last year was a mess, and then oh my god, and Arrival won sound editing, and Hacksaw Ridge won film editing and sound make. It was a mess. It was
Last year was such
weird.
a mess because we were like, okay, this is gonna win, and then they announced something completely different.
Yeah, I
We're
know.
like,
I was like,
what?
what? It was weird. But yeah, that was the 90th Academy Awards, and they announced the correct winner for Best Picture.
Guillermo del Toro checked the
Yeah.
double checked the card, and he was like, hey,
Yeah.
that's right.
Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty, they
got
second
it right
time's
this
the charm.
time.
Yeah, got it right.
Faye
They
Dunaway-
had to redeem themselves.
Faye Dunaway looked out to the audience and was like, it's good to see you guys again.
Yeah. Second time's
Oh,
it's
God.
better presenting the second time around. But so yeah, then that was it. So we'll move on to our marquee of the night, which is Red Sparrow, starring Jennifer Lawrence, Joel Edgerton, and Jeremy Irons.
Yes.
So
At the majority of the show, I haven't seen Red Sparrow, so
You can talk about it
All
because we literally ended on Steven
oh yeah.
with the Academy
Yeah.
Awards. So
So Red Sparrow, what it's about is Jennifer Lawrence plays a Russian ballerina, and she gets injured. She breaks her leg, and she can't dance no more. So what?
the way you said that was
She
just
breaks her leg.
she breaks her leg and she can't dance
No more. So yeah, she has an injury, like a tragic injury, during an onstage performance, and she can't dance anymore because of how bad the injury is. So, but then she is recruited by her uncle to go to Sparrow School, where she will be trained as a Red Sparrow. And a Red Sparrow is a Russian spy who they use their bodies to deceive and manipulate others.
and seduce.
Yes, and seduce others. So she is trained as a Red Sparrow, and she is sent on a mission to catch another American spy, Joel Edgerton. But in the process, she ends up falling for Joel Edgerton, and she becomes conflicted with her intentions of, does she stick to her mission in helping Russia, or is she gonna switch sides and help the Americans instead? Because she's fallen for Joel Edgerton's character. Joel Edgerton's character. So, that's basically the synopsis of Red Sparrow. Who wants to go first?
literally just YouTube.
I know. You want to go first? Or
I
you
guess I'll go since
Okay.
you talked about the synopsis. You seemed really excited for this movie, Levi.
Yeah.
I was kind of eh. It really sounds like a. Whenever I saw the trailer and first found out about it, I was like, it's a Black Widow ripoff.
Yeah, I didn't
That's-
even know Black Widow's back. You kept saying
Yeah.
that. I didn't even know anything about Black Widow's
Yeah,
backstory.
no. Like, she had, like, false memories implanted where she was a ballerina.
Yeah.
She's Russian,
Yeah.
which isn't portrayed correctly in the movies because it's Scarlett Johansson. She's not going to do a Russian accent.
Yeah.
It's literally kind of the same. Like, she's taught how to seduce, how to kill, all that.
Mhm.
That's why I was like, it's a Black Widow movie. They just changed the name.
Different color, different animal.
But I was still interested in it, and I tagged along with you to go see it.
Yeah.
And there was nothing special about this movie.
No, there wasn't.
It
It was an average spy
Yeah.
thriller.
I liked Atomic Blonde more.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say I liked John Wick more, but that's not really a spy movie. That's more of an action movie.
Yeah.
But James Bond more. I like James Bond more.
Oh yeah, nothing can beat James Bond.
It's just
He's-
I don't. This movie was. It tried to be different,
Yeah.
but it was still the same.
Oh no, it was
And I thought Jennifer Lawrence was alright.
Yeah.
She didn't really do anything special. She could have been played by anybody.
Yeah.
Joel Edgerton was alright, I guess.
He was Joel Edgerton.
The plot's generic.
Yeah, it's the same as it. It's very generic, very
Yeah.
like you've seen this before. It was an average spy thriller.
There were some scenes that I thought were really good. I can't talk about one of them, but
Yeah.
there was a specific torture scene
Yeah.
that I thought was really good.
It was
And
gruesome. Yeah.
And it actually made me like dig my fingers into the seat because I was like, ah. But I'm gonna be honest. I expected more action in this movie.
Yeah, same. It was a lot of talking. Is what
It was a lot of talking. I can't remember what movie you said it was, but we were about to watch Spotlight, and you said Spotlight is a lot of standing up and talking and a lot of sitting down and talking.
Yeah.
That's what Red Sparrow was, but a spy movie.
Yeah.
It was a lot of standing up and talking, and a lot of sitting down and talking.
Yeah.
With brief moments of action in between.
Yep.
And I was just like, I'm gonna be honest, I got bored. I got bored in this movie.
No, that's all right.
Which really makes me upset because I wanted to enjoy this movie, at least enjoy it, but I was bored.
Yeah.
It was really just because the plot wasn't really that interesting. The ending had a really nice twist.
Yeah.
But that's really
That was
it.
it.
And the one torture scene I was talking
Yeah.
about. Everything else was just it was cliche and just boring to me.
It was okay. It was 100% pure entertainment.
Yeah.
But even with that, it's average entertainment because it's an
Yeah.
average. It's a typical spy movie, mild spy movie, I'd say.
Yeah,
It is not all out like Bond.
Yeah, it's not even like a spy movie. It's more like I mean, I guess it is a spy
It
movie.
is a spy movie.
I know, but it just doesn't feel like one.
No. I get 100%.
I want to hear like if you have any specific opinions because I'm basically done.
It was okay. It started off interesting.
Yeah.
At first, in the beginning, but then once we got to her getting caught up with Edgerton and him being the American spy, like it just started. It was like real flat all the way. And it didn't get interesting again until they started interrogating her about like, are you switching sides? Are you helping the Americans? You're not helping us. Like that's when it started getting interesting again. And then from that point on till the end of the movie. So like the middle of the film was just real flat. It was boring. It was uninteresting.
It was literally like the last 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Was when it got interesting.
Again.
Which is a 2.5-hour movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was 2 hours 20.
Still like.
Yeah.
That's a lot to just like a spy movie. You know, I'm not surprised like spy movies are like that long. But like that long with no action is just like that's just excruciating to sit through.
Yeah.
Well, because they had to do the whole part of her being in Sparrow School.
Yeah.
And doing that.
That should have been like really good to watch.
Exactly, right? Okay. It's kind of a spoiler, but it's not really a spoiler. You know how you see in the trailer of her jogging in the snow, and you see the people with doing target practice? She doesn't do any of that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
She doesn't do target practice or
That's
anything.
upsetting.
Yeah.
You know what she does in Sparrow School?
What?
She sits at a desk and watches PowerPoints.
Yep.
So it's like
and
us.
clips.
It's like us.
And then the professor calls on her to do some stuff every now and then.
This just sounds like an RPG game. Just like, hey, here's some stuff. Hey, you, answer this question that you just probably learned about.
This is literally it. Like, the professor or the teacher, I guess, the instructor, would pull up a picture of someone and they'd be like, all right, what does this person want in life? They have to answer correctly, and then like, good job, or no, you're bad, go away.
Yeah.
And then they go to the next slide and they're like, what does this person want?
Yeah, this sounds really boring.
Or someone would walk in and they'd be like, what does this person want? And then like the student would say what they want, and they'd be like, all right, now give it to them.
Cool. Sounds really boring.
Yeah.
You know, like if there were stakes, if you got the answer wrong, like big stakes, then yeah, that'd be a little bit more
Yeah,
exciting.
if you get the answer wrong, you lose a finger. That would be interesting.
That would be good.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen.
But no, there's no real punishment. Something happens, and there is no punishment for her whatsoever. And I'm just like, dude, something needs to happen.
Yeah.
Because it's too, like, something happens,
Mm-hmm.
and she gets scolded for it. And then they're like, all right, you're going to join this job that we're doing.
All right.
She doesn't get any punishment at all. She just gets like a slap on the wrist, and the instructor's like, I don't like you. And I'm just like, dude, come on. Give me some stakes. Give me something.
Yeah. It was real flat. It wasn't exciting at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all I gotta say. Is it was a little disappointing. Really.
So, what ratings then? I don't have any question about this movie because I was not surprised that we were gonna, fall flat on his face.
That's fine.
I was not
ratings?
expecting much.
I'll give my rating. I've been bouncing back and forth, but I think I finally decided.
Yeah.
I'm going to give Red Sparrow a 5.4.
Oh wow. I give Red Sparrow a 6.5.
Oh. Okay.
It's rare when we're disappointed with your scores.
I'm sorry. Like, I thought about giving it a 6, but I'm like, no, 6 is usually like
It's not
pretty average.
It's
for
not
me.
bad, but it's still fun to watch. It's usually what 6 is.
Yeah, like 6 is like it's
Yeah,
bad,
that's what
but
it
it's
was for me.
entertaining,
Exactly.
but
That's why I gave it a 6.5.
for me, it just wasn't really that entertaining. That's why I gave it a 5.
Let's put it this way. If I had to choose between Red Sparrow and Batman v Superman.
I choose Batman v Superman.
You
Honestly.
would choose Red Sparrow?
I would choose Batman v
I
Superman.
would choose Batman v Superman.
There was so much more action in that movie.
I enjoyed Batman v
I
Superman.
probably would choose Batman v Superman. Batman v Superman, I give like a 6.8 or like a 6.9.
Batman v Superman has some action at least.
Yes, it has a lot of action in it.
Yeah. So
some
I give
of
it a
is-
6.8.
Some of it's like not the best, but some of it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like not when you first see Batman, like
The
near the end,
warehouse
the
fight.
warehouse fight.
Oh.
It's just like it's literally just an Arkham game being played in real life.
Yup.
But, So yeah, 5.4, 6.5. That's
Yeah.
really it. Red Sparrow, it's out now. It's your choice whether you want to see it or not.
I personally wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, it's
You got
your choice.
you got other movies that you could see.
Go see A Wrinkle in Time this week.
Go see Black Panther again.
I almost did that this week.
I know
Almost
you
saw it
did.
for the third time this week.
This is why I said it. Go see Black Panther.
Go see something.
All right.
It's almost at $1 billion worldwide.
Yeah, it is. It surpassed Beauty and the Beast
Good.
because Beauty and the Beast was the 10th highest grossing domestically film, and it surpassed that. It's Black Panther's now 10.
Why did they make so much money?
What?
Because it's Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
I told you, I do not like Beauty and the Beast.
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie. It's got a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Comedy, music, romance. It's got everything.
Whatever you say. I just
Fight me, Steve.
I don't. I just told you I
You will
don't.
lose this.
Don't
between the
fight
two
I
of
just
us.
don't like Beauty and the Beast. Like, probably because like it never really stood out to me as a kid. So like this movie was just like the live action was just like me giving it a second chance, and it just disappointed me again. I'm just like, cool. Hate this movie so much.
That's fair. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I'm just saying your opinion's wrong.
It is.
All right. All right.
Hey, now listen to me every time I say your guys' opinion is wrong, then, if that's what you're saying, Steve.
Yeah.
I take it back.
yeah.
I was just joking.
Uh-huh.
Everyone, no, seriously, everyone's
Alright.
entitled to their own opinion.
Well, that's it. We are not going to be on the air next week because it is spring break. We are all going to be going back to spring break. We will be back the following week after spring break, though. So, tune in 2 weeks then to hear whatever it is we have planned out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't think we really have anything planned out yet, but we will.
I
Yeah.
feel like I might have.
If we go
I
see,
might have a movie next week
if we go,
because I might go to Strangers.
if we go see Laura Croft.
Oh, that
Oh,
also
Laura
comes out
Croft
next.
comes out, doesn't it?
It
Not
comes out
this
next week.
weekend, but the next weekend. While we're on
Yeah.
the end of spring break, it comes out. So
Ooh.
if we go see that,
We could do that.
yeah.
And also, like, I really want to go see The Strangers Pray at Night. I want to go see that because it comes out the
I
same
want to
week.
watch the original one, but I
You
don't
gotta
know.
watch the original one.
And then we'll go see the second
And then Pray at Night, because Pray at Night doesn't look great, but it looks like it'll be really fun.
one.
Yeah, it looks entertaining.
it looks like it'll be like really fun to watch. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, yes, it can't beat the first one. The first one like does a good job at like being really suspenseful and really like kind of like being really suspenseful, and just like does a good job at just doing what it does.
It's funny because I love the first trailer for
The
The
new-
Strangers Pray at Night.
yeah,
The second trailer, though,
It
with
look-
the
it
song
makes-
I Think We're Alone Now, I just can't take it seriously.
it makes it. I feel like that trailer makes it look like it makes it look a lot more fun than what
Yeah.
it is. Which is what I'm like. Okay, I can if it go for just like being just like straight up like horror with a lot of like fighting back and just being like just a really entertaining horror movie. I can get with that. I can do that. And I'll be surprised if like if it does take a turn like the original and focuses more on like being scary and being like more like her like suspenseful and thrilling with like stuff happening in the background that you like don't see really,
Yeah.
which was adds to the movie so much, and I think that's why I like it so much. Cause, like, it has a lot of like background stuff happening, and if you pay attention to it, it makes it like it makes it like a little bit more scary when stuff pops up at you. But I want to see it because I want to see how it goes. Cause like not expecting much from it because it's March, especially. But if I feel like it could surprise me by being really good. And also I want to see Laura Croft because let's see how good it's a video game movie, so let's see how good it can do this time.
I forgot that came out this month. I thought it came out next month.
No,
it
this
seems
month.
like an April movie, but it's a March movie.
I
Just
might go
think
see that with Matt.
50, and also in 50 days we get Infinity War.
I
'Cause
know,
it
I
bumped
saw
up.
that.
Yeah.
I saw
Bumped
that.
up a week.
50 days, and also winter
Comes out a week
Winter-
early.
winter tickets going on sale.
That's a good
That's a
point.
good question. Cause I will
You
buy
know,
them as
you know
soon
the
as they
good
do.
thing too is about
What?
it coming out a week early. We can review it on our last show.
I
This
know.
Because
I know.
originally we were gonna have to wait until we came
The
back
whole-
in August.
The whole summer.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that movie at least 3 times.
Yeah,
3
I don't-
times.
I believe it. From you, I believe it.
I feel like I'll see it again because I feel like I'm gonna see it here, and then when I go home, I might see it again. But also, I don't know what really comes out this summer because they have put up like
I don't
So
either.
much.
a lot of like not like a lot of
Oh,
blockbusters
yeah,
are coming out.
Jurassic World.
Jurassic World,
Jurassic World,
Solo,
yeah, so
Deadpool 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh.
But I'm expecting like to hear about more blockbusters that are gonna be coming out in the summer
Okay.
because like I know about those.
Rampage, guys.
That's April. That's not the summer.
That's also a video game movie that I want to see
You want to see it?
because it's a video game movie. I want to see how it's gonna mess up again.
You gonna pay money to see it mess up?
Hey, I'll wait till
I'm
$5.
not paying money to
I'm
go
not-
see
I'll wait
that.
till $5 Tuesday.
I don't care if it stars Wayne Johnson. I'm not seeing Rank.
I will wait.
Dude, it's got Jeffrey Dean Morgan in it too. I'm repping my dude today, and I ain't gonna see that movie.
I will wait till $5 Tuesday and pay the lowest I can.
That's fair.
I'll
That's
wait
a
till, I will
good
wait till
idea.
Tuesday,
fair.
pay the lowest I can to see it, and just be like, don't care if it's and also Pacific Rim 2 Uprising comes out soon.
I didn't see the original one.
That's Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, it is.
The original one is Guillermo del Toro, yeah.
It's not a bad movie. I have fun with it.
I
It's
heard
not.
the first one's good. It never really piqued my interest.
It's not like real. It's not like amazing, but it's really a lot of fun to watch. So I recommend like watching it just like for the fun of it.
That's fair.
Also, like I watch them like kaiju like that.
Yeah, you
It's
like
fun.
monsters.
So yeah, but that's pretty much like
Yeah,
I don't know what else is coming out in the summer. We'll have to figure it out
we'll figure it out.
when everything comes out.
Incredibles 2. That's
That's
yeah.
right.
Forgot about
Incredibles
that.
2.
Incredibles 2, yeah. I'll be shoving kids in line to go see that.
All right. Well, then that's it for our show. Don't tune in next week. We will not be here. We will be back 2 weeks
we
from
won't.
now. So, signing off one last time.
I'm Brendan.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Levi. Thank you for tuning in to the CineManiacs tonight on your station, your voice, the Galaxy Radio.
Yeah, when we get back to I gotta go back to my apartment, pick up my computer, and then I'll be over. Also, the live stream's still on.
I know. I want to turn everything off first.
Cool. And then